What's up, guys? Welcome back to Kinda Funny's MCU in Review, where every week, every Tuesday at 9 a.m., we review one of the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. Now, there was a bit of a mix-up in the world of the Kinda Funny MCU in Review.
Fucking Kevin Feige coming out of the blue saying, I'm going to change the release date of Avengers Infinity War.
Robert Downey Jr. asked for it, and then Marvel Studios delivered. So now that Avengers Infinity War is being moved up a week, which is great news. I'm very excited about that. Just brings it closer to us. That means we need to rejigger the schedule a little bit. Cool, Greg? Yo. Bring it up, please.
Show that sketch!
So not much changes here. This image will also be released on Twitter on Kinda Funny Vids, so you can find it there.
If you're one of them audio listeners driving your car right now, you have no idea what you're looking at. That's what he's talking about.
Well, I'll let you know the changes that happened. So Doctor Strange will still be on April 10th as originally planned, as will Guardians Volume 2 on April 17th. Where things get a little spicy and crazy is we want to have the maximum hype going into Avengers Infinity War. So we're doubling up twice around there. Guardians Volume 2, April 17th. 2 days later on that Thursday, April 19th, Spider-Man Homecoming.
Your new number one.
April 24th,
Bullshit.
Thor Ragnarok.
Shut up.
So that is going to be on the Tuesday like we normally do, and then Thursday, Avengers Infinity War.
Sure.
So those last 2 weeks, there'll be 2 a week. It's going to be very exciting for everybody.
It's tight.
It's going to be really tight.
That's what people love, man. All leading into my birthday, April 27th.
April 27th is going to be the big one.
Is that really your birthday?
It is really my birthday.
Not anymore.
It's still my birthday. You already killed Nick. Why are you trying to kill me?
Like I said, this is Kinda Funny's MCU in Review. You can get the show every week, Tuesday, 9 a.m. on youtube.com/kindafunny. We'd really appreciate it if you subscribed. We're inching towards 230,000 subscribers, which is a really big deal to Andy Cortez.
Yeah.
So please make him happy and help Kevin smile.
When he left for this job, his mom was like, that channel ain't shit until it's got 230 subs.
Yeah.
Then she lit a cigarette, flicked it at his face, and said, "Mijo."
Something like that. If you'd rather listen to the show so you don't need to see Greg do horrible things like that, you can listen to it on podcast services around the globe, including Spotify, which is really damn cool.
Yeah.
On all podcast services, it's under Kinda Funny Reviews.
Nice.
So real quick.
Yes.
It moving to April 27th, 6th.
April 27th.
Right.
6th because the Thursday night.
That's really like a very good thing because now it's a worldwide release, right?
Yep. So hopefully we'll all watch it at the same time. No spoilers, none of that
it's
stuff.
Exciting.
It's going to be good.
Yeah,
I'm
really
very
stoked.
excited. But today we're talking about Captain America, the Winter Soldier. Released on April 4th, 2014. Directed by the Russo brothers, a.k.a. Anthony Russo and Joe Russo. You might know them for directing a lot of your favorite TV shows, including Arrested Development and Community.
Oh.
Yeah.
In Smallville?
Yeah.
I don't watch Community.
You don't watch Community?
No.
Well,
Man,
you should.
first, like,
Love
4
Arrested
seasons are
Development.
great.
You'd like it a lot.
Love Arrested Development.
Community's a good one.
Aren't they? They're working on what?
They're working on Infinity War.
And in terms of Marvel
sure.
movies, this was their first one, Captain America: Winter Soldier. Then they went on to do Captain America: Civil War.
Okay.
Tight.
And now Avengers: Infinity War, and whatever Avengers 4 ends up being
Pretty
called.
good track
I had
record.
no idea that
Comes out next
that's
year.
really exciting.
What did
Because
you know?
I didn't realize that they were directing that.
Oh,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
So
Mhm.
like it's exciting because
Back-to-back.
those movies are great movies.
They're all great movies. Yeah.
You assume when April 26th we're in there, the credits are rolling. It'll get to the end and it'll go, the Avengers will return in Avengers.
Infinity Gauntlet.
Thanos got pooped on or whatever. Yeah.
Thanos got pooped.
That
on,
would be
yeah.
amazing if that's the way they reveal it.
Yeah.
I don't think they can hold out.
I mean,
that
so
long.
far the Russos for me
But I
are
thought-
bad in 1,000 guys. They are
Bad
Mark
in 1,000.
McGuire in 1998, roided up out of their mind, just hitting home runs into other cities.
Is Patty Jenkins Sammy Sosa?
to get ahead of it here, Nick Scarpino is sick right now. He has shingles, so he's.
Why are you guys laughing?
so funny?
You said it like just the funniest way possible. Oh no! To get out of it, Nick. Be sick.
He does.
He's got shingles.
It's a fact. That's why he's not here. But I called him and I talked to him for his
got his number.
extensive thoughts on Captain America: The Winter Soldier, and we'll get to that when we get to the ranking part of this discussion.
Cool.
Budget for this movie, Greg.
Yeah.
177 million.
That's a lot
For
of money.
reference, Avengers 220.
Okay.
Box office of $714 million. We're getting into real money territory.
This is like,
here,
yeah.
boys.
This is fuck you money.
Now, what's crazy about it is, as fuck you money as it is, doesn't even break the top 50 highest grossing films of all time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Surprising.
It surprises me as well. It's the 10th of the 18 MCU movies in terms of how much money it made
Got
in
it.
the box office.
I was like,
So
it's not the 10th.
right there.
It is the 10th.
It is the 10th movie.
Yeah, it is the 10th movie, yeah.
The 10th in terms of money. Every movie that's come out after it has made more, with the exception of Doctor Strange and Ant-Man.
Gotcha.
Makes sense.
Interesting.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So that's kind of all the little interesting facts and stuff I got there. Greg,
Yeah.
hit me with the plot.
Oh, I'm doing it again.
You're doing it all
Am
the
I just
time
do it all the
now.
time?
You're doing it all the time
Let
now.
me shake off the ring rust here. So you got this guy, Captain America, and let me tell you, this white boy can run. All right. That is a big part of this movie, that he runs and he passes on the left. So he's running around down there at the Capitol, running around the mall, as they call it, you know what I mean? And he keeps lapping this guy who will go on to become Falcon. I forget what his character's name is.
Sam Wilson.
Sam Wilson. He's just Falcon. And he keeps lapping him, and they strike up a conversation. They're going to be buddies, you can tell already, but it's too early. Here comes a car. Get in the car. It's the Scarlet Witch, and we're in Black Widow. Scarlett Johansson.
Not Scarlet Witch.
There's Scarlett Johansson's there. They get in a car. Sam Wilson makes the eyes. She makes the eyes, and boom, they drive away.
Yeah, they do.
I thought they blew up for a second.
They're on a mission. Turns out some pirates took on a ship. As they got on the ship, they're all fucking taking over this ship. They're French pirates. My wife, very quick to point out, hey, wait, the leader of these French people, he's speaking Quebecois. Turns out he's Georges St. Pierre, who's a big UFC fighter.
UFC guy.
Nick would have loved it. Nick would have had a whole bunch of fucking shit to tell you right
He
here.
referenced it last time.
Exactly.
And I was like, who? And he's like, yeah, I was like, oh,
Because Nick's not here to tell you that. I can only tell you that Jen found it very funny that in true fashion, all the other people speaking French are speaking flawless France French, whereas he's speaking the broken Quebecois French, which is very different.
Interesting.
And also that they were not translating it correctly on screen. She didn't like that at all.
Oh, dude.
So Captain America, he's gonna get dropped in here. He's gonna clear the top of the ship and all the people. Scarlet Witch, she's gonna go in there and clear out the engine room.
Not Scarlet Witch.
These other guys,
Black
they're gonna
Widow.
drop in. Guys, from now on,
Scarlet Widow.
until we get
Let's
to
not
the
do
end of
that.
this episode.
Let's not do
until
that.
we get to the end of this summary, when Scarlet Witch gets introduced. If I mention Scarlet Witch, I'm talking about Scarlett Johansson. It's not that hard to keep up with. Anyway, Scarlet Witch is gonna go in the engine room and fuck some shit up. Then you got this team of fucking nobody guys who are clearly bad guys already. They all have the look of the bad guys. One of them looks, of course, like knockoff
Tyrute.
Sure,
The
The lead
knockoff.
guy looks like
Crossbones,
Tyrute.
yeah.
I was gonna say he looks like knockoff.
Rumlow is his name.
Deathstroke.
Rumlow,
we
yeah.
haven't seen him yet, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Or is he part of
From
the team, the strike
Arrow.
team?
He looks like the actor.
Yeah,
What's his
exactly.
name?
Manu Bennett.
Yeah,
but it's
Manu
not
Bennett,
Manu.
yeah.
So fake Manu Bennett's there, and then of course the star, not the titular star, but one of the stars of Batman v Superman, who would almost try to barbecue Martha. He's on that team too, but that's not important to this.
Okay.
They're doing other shit on the ship. They get in the ship. They're fucking up on the ship. They're fighting everybody. Captain America's fighting stuff. Fucking awesome fight scenes. They're throwing the shield around, using it. Then fucking for some reason George St. Pierre's like, oh, I thought you're not much of a man without a shield. Rather than just fuck shit up like Captain America, I'd be like, you know what? Fuck you, bad guy. How your teeth taste? Gah! Right in his mouth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd be like, bite the shield, man, and like curb stomp him. You know what I mean?
Damn.
I probably wouldn't have superpowers for a reason. Anyways. He puts the shield down, they fight, and he still knocks his ass out. I've skipped the part where he busted, Captain America was running around, they couldn't get in touch with Scarlet Witch / Black Widow / Scarlett
Just
Johansson.
Black Widow.
Just Black
Scarlett
Widow.
Johansson.
In ScarJo, we'll call her. ScarJo. And it turned out he found her in a room when he's fighting George St. Pierre, and he knocked her out. Hey, look at this. She's downloading information. She's saving stuff. This was all, Fury gave her another mission.
To the world's biggest USB.
Yeah, exactly.
Flash
Right.
drive.
The mission wasn't just to save these hostages, one of them being one dude in a suit and glasses who clearly would
Who
have
we've
known.
seen before.
Yeah,
He was in Thor 1.
sure.
And he was also in the little On the Road to Thor one shot. That they
Oh,
did.
okay. Was he a dick in that too?
No, he was a good guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Because here it's like,
Olsen's
again,
right-hand
from the
man.
very beginning, you're like, this guy looks like a fucking tool bag. He's going to be an asshole. Anyways, no spoilers. He's there. They're there to save him and the bust of the hostages. Doesn't matter. But Scarlet Witch, she had her own fucking thing to do,
No,
all right?
Widow.
She had her own thing over here. She had to get this USB and filled it with the shield secrets that Fury put her on. And Captain America, he did not like this.
No.
This information was not good news to him.
Yeah.
So he comes on back to HQ.
Let's stop there for a second. I want to talk about
I talk
that.
until you stop me. You know that. That's how these
I want
go.
to talk about the boat. The whole boat scene was fantastic.
Was really cool.
One of the coolest scenes, I'd say, in the entire MCU. The choreography was awesome. The momentum of it was great. The amount of characters that we're seeing do different things was awesome. The use of the shield was awesome.
Yeah.
The debut of his
Oh,
stealth
his suit looks so tight.
so
So
tight.
cool.
The shield being like the black
Yeah.
kind of dark.
Yep.
shadowy colors, awesome. I love how
shield.
reminiscent it was of MGS2, of the opening of that
sure.
game. Everything about it, so fantastic.
Did he just jump out without a parachute? He did.
Yeah, he fucking did. And it was great. And Black Widow, a.k.a. ScarJo.
Thank you.
When you see her action debut, I love how spidery she is in this entire movie. It's the only movie normally we see her do the whole like
flips and
libbity-dibbity stuff. I never put together that that's supposed to be like a spider making its web. I like that a lot. Yeah, and the reason I think that is there's tons of times throughout this movie where you see her do spider.
Hurricane Rada climbing on people's
When you
necks
first see her come down, it's like Mission Impossible doing the thing, rappelling, very spider-like, coming down from the rope, which is dope. And then later, that rhymed. Yeah. And the highway chase scene, you see her do that sick-ass swing in, very spider-like.
So she just kills her husbands all the time. That's what I thought.
And a lot of fun Easter eggs from the beginning of the movie. The gifted martial artist known as Batroc, played by UFC champion Georges St. Pierre, is based on the comic book villain Batroc the Leaper, with his clothing keeping the purple and gold color scheme intact. However, the fact that the freighter is named the Lemurian Star is also a nod to the comics that Marvel fans won't miss. In the world of Marvel Comics, the Lemurians were a race of sea people with possible ties to the Deviants, a race created alongside the Deviants by the otherworldly beings known as Celestials, which we get to later in Guardians 2.
Kurt Russ.
And
I knew it, but I was just.
yeah, that's all I got for you there.
Okay.
Wait, real quick. The Leaper or whatever it is, like, God, doesn't that name fit him so perfectly for how he fought?
For what he did?
was just jumping and flipping the whole time.
Good for
And
him,
it was
man.
really well choreographed.
Super cool scene. Loved everything about it.
Captain America acting like a true old person, not happy. He is cranky about this information, so he goes straight to the top Nick Fury, and he's all like, hey, man, this wasn't cool, jeopardized the mission, we need to be on the same page. Nick Fury's like, oh, it's about compartmentalization. And you're like, oh, okay, well, I don't like that. Captain America, I'm not down with that. I'm not a fan of this thing at all. And Nick Fury's basically like, take a walk, you know what I mean? Cap, we don't want your fucking old-timey bullshit.
Kick rocks.
Yeah, kick rocks.
You know what I'm saying, Cool Greg?
And so, meanwhile, Nick Fury then puts the thing in. He's like, what the fuck was going on the ship? Clearly, Nick Fury didn't know what he was going after here, right? It wasn't his lost. He pops the thing in, goes in there, it's locked. He can't get in. He's the king of S.H.I.E.L.D. What the fuck is going on? Who locked it? He did. They say Nicholas Fury locked it. And he's like, what?
Yeah, the F in S.H.I.E.L.D. is for Fury.
Exactly. And so they decide, they being just Nick Fury, that he's going to go to the top of S.H.I.E.L.D., Sir Robert Redford. Sir Robert Redford is up there, and he's talking to a bunch of ghost people. You might recognize the one guy as the dude from Batman The Dark Knight. I'm quite good with calculations. Yeah. You might recommend the old white man as the bad, like, grandpa from the OC. Woman in the middle, never acted before. I don't know.
Avengers.
The guy with the long head,
saw them on
episode
TV in
1, Phantom
Avengers
Menace.
as well.
No, you didn't actually. You saw people who were supposed to be them, not them. Where's Powers Booth? Where is Powers Booth? Did he die in a one-shot too, Tim? Answer me that, you motherfucker.
Who is that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Powers Booth is the other old white guy who was the guy like, we don't like your methods, Fury. He was very much the guy who was the lead guardian, fucking head dude, whatever. But
Did they fire him when he tried to nuke New York, maybe?
You know what might have happened is just that the hit TV show Nashville that he was on for a season was too popular. Maybe. Also worth pointing out while we're here, rest in peace, Powers Booth. He did pass away, but that did not influence the Winter Soldier timeline. Just for the record, I don't know why he
died
was replaced.
recently.
Yeah, in the last couple of years. Yeah.
Well, Winter Soldier was a couple of years ago.
How long was Winter Soldier?
2014.
It was not that. That's more than a couple of years. That'd be 4 years ago, right? That'd be 2 couples of years ago. Do I have to explain time to you too? You want me to recap time? How that works?
You can continue where you're at. So SLJ's in the room talking to the...
Hey, Robert Redford. He's like, oh, what's this? And they're talking. He's like, I don't know what's going on or something. I don't remember this part. And they talk and he's in charge and they have a bond and friendship. Great. Okay, cool.
He says, I'll send Iron Man to my kid's party.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, that's right. Hey, there's something going on with these ships we're about to launch. And by the way,
can we delay the launch?
SLJ had shown these to Captain America. This didn't make him happy either. This didn't make him happy.
We got
either.
helicarriers.
We're gonna launch 3 ships into space that'll be up forever and be able to shoot anybody at any second. Captain America's like, that's not a great plan. That sounds not good. That's not
fear.
That's not freedom. That's not freedom. He says. That's
that was
fear.
a really good,
really great scene.
Really
great scene. Then Captain America leaves it off. Fury, we got to delay these things.
And boy, can this white boy run.
Let me tell you, he can run.
So before that, we see Captain America looking at his little notebook of all the things.
Oh, that was a long time ago. Yeah.
Well, Easter egg, since I missed that one. Steve Rogers, Chris Evans, woke up after missing decades of the world. So what's a man gonna do? In this case, it seems make a big list of things to catch up on. It also looks like this list was weirdly changed specifically for each country that the film is playing in, as other entries in the Australian screening were Skippy the Bush Kangaroo and Tim Tams, while the UK screening featured the England World Cup win in 1966 and the Beatles.
That's smart.
That's really smart. I like that a lot.
Makes a lot
Yeah,
of
that was
Some
cool.
cool stuff.
All right.
And then Peggy.
Yeah, we go see Peggy and stuff. Worth pointing out
was
why
a sad scene,
I didn't
though.
like Captain America's hair in this movie at all. Really took me out a lot of the shots.
Really?
He's got like frosted tips and it's all like spiky up.
You know,
He's got the old comb.
He did look like
He's trying to be modern.
like he should have been in a fucking teen movie.
Not another team.
not
But not with the
Yeah.
dyed blonde hair. Not with the dyed black hair. Like it looked like he was going for like a frosted tips Boy Meets World.
That's
sort of
exactly.
look, yeah.
That's exactly what it looked like. I didn't like
into
it.
I
Peggy,
liked
what was up with her face? What's up with that CGI on her
She's
face?
old.
That was the
She's an
thing.
old woman.
Yeah, that was weird to me.
Peggy's
Immediately,
old.
They wanted to
didn't-
make it more
was CGI.
look more realistic.
Weird.
It was.
It was very bizarre.
Yeah.
They should have just left it with makeup. I would have been fine with that.
Yeah.
I didn't really notice.
I was wondering if they were using her face and putting it on an actual old woman's face.
No.
Because at some shots I was like, oh, it looks really good. And then she started talking. I was like, ooh, the inside of her mouth looks bizarre.
It was her with makeup with CG on top of it. I
Very
saw
weird.
like one of those layers.
Like this is like the mouth hole and these are the eye holes. And sometimes the eye holes are kind of off. It's very, very
I didn't
weird.
think it was that bad, but it definitely was a moment where I was like, what's going on here?
It started off great. And then towards like the latter half of it, I was like, this is fucking Superman mustache shit. You
Touching
know?
scene, though.
Very touching scene. Very
sad
good.
ending for it.
Super sad when it's she's got the Alzheimer's and like
Yeah,
dementia.
she's like,
and
wait,
she's-
you're alive.
She
And
has
it's
it
like,
all over again.
oh.
No, didn't like that. Didn't like that one bit. But we get, the whole reason he's down to work with it is because she helped found S.H.I.E.L.D., so he thinks it's a good organization. All right, cool. Like something I've criticized Captain America before. I like that he's not just a yes man in this. He is asking questions. Okay, cool. A lot of questions. Should have, he's got the balls too.
Too
We'll
much,
get to that.
some would say.
Yeah, well,
Like,
Nick
back
Fury.
off.
Nick
Let
Fury would say
them
that.
run their thing, Captain.
Sir Robert Redford would say that as well.
Don't ask questions.
So then we cut back to big old SLJ.
SLJ.
Looks like he might be getting something's going on. Of course, we now know he's just getting too close to the truth.
One of the best scenes
Sir Robert
ever.
Redford not a fan of this, right? So he's in his SUV, his shield.
Tell
SUV.
him I'm in pursuit, is what he says, as he fucking starts to just chase motherfuckers down in his beautiful, beautiful car, doing his beautiful chase scene. Everything about that was great. Fantastic.
Yeah, well,
So well
from the
choreographed.
beginning, it's awesome, which is where I was starting.
Start at the
You want me
beginning.
to explain time again? He's in there, and these cops pull up next to him, and they don't look like they're having fun or whatever, right? And then he's got his own Jarvis in the system. That's cool. Not Jarvis, but an AI that's super smart, and he's like, oh, there's no PD around here. All hell breaks loose. And then it gets in this chase scene. Then it gets in this gun scene. They're shooting the car. The integrity's going down. He blows out his own window, pops up the minigun. It was fucking
great.
awesome.
That was
the scene was
fucking
awesome.
awesome.
Yeah.
And then there's the moment where he's like, "Get me out of here," and like turns the flight mode on, and it's like, "Oh, the propulsion
systems.
Like, how cool would it have been if his car just fucking started flying and he just dipped out?
It was another, we just did the episode of Greg's Comic Book Club, issue 2, with the comic historian, and we're talking about comics and how what's great about the Batman run right now is when there's a giant, like, really big world thing, they answer the question of where the fuck is Superman, Justice League, whatever. I like that because it was the thing of like, this car is that advanced, but it can't fly, it can't do this, and it's like, this is offline, this is offline. What do we have? Air conditioning works. Then like, it was like
That was a funny moment. Yeah.
Whole thing's great. They think they got him, though. They've stopped him finally. They're going to shoot him and all the shit. Yeah, he turned on a fucking laser pen, cut a hole through everything, got into the
So
sewers like the
cool.
ratty fucking is.
No, it was a lightsaber from episode 1.
Oh, yeah? That's
Mace
what it was?
Windu, yeah.
Ah, that would have been actually cool if he did it and it had the purple. Just for a
Yeah,
second.
that
For a
would've been
purple second.
He
Steve
left
Rock.
out the Winter Soldier came and flipped his truck.
It's because it's a very forgettable thing, but yeah.
Through the disc.
What was that
Was it
forgettable?
forgettable?
Yeah.
It was
I
I thought-
just forget it and start moving on to the very
That moment was
the
really
pivotal
fucking
scene.
Fucking
cool.
awesome.
Because
Like,
he had gotten away from everyone, and then out of nowhere,
motherfucker.
fucking boom.
Well, it's just the
Scary
coolest thing to
looking
me
dude.
is like seeing him in the center of the street, very reminiscent of like Joker and Dark Knight. Like, just like this is the villain. It's clear he has that look, and he's gonna fuck you up. And
Yeah.
I just, it's so cool.
Yeah,
I
it was
enjoyed
awesome. It was awesome. Then Steve Rogers is coming home. Sharon,
real quick,
Karen, whatever it is.
Running fast.
Let me just say one more thing. Like, yeah, that moment was awesome because it was like, here's the villain that just flipped his fucking car who's gonna come and fucking kill him. And then he goes and moves the car and there's a hole through the ground. Like, SLJ, one step ahead at all times.
At all times,
Awesome.
dude.
I really don't like that we're saying SLG so much. SLJ.
Neither.
it is.
Jay.
It's a
You're
fucking
making
thing.
it happen.
Not a
It's
thing.
been a
It's
thing.
always
It's
been a
already
thing.
It's
happened.
never been a thing.
I think
All right.
Tim's making it a
Ask
thing,
me.
which
I
I'm
did
not
not
against.
make it a thing.
You Google it, the first thing you see is like something, something, something.
No, it's him.
Yeah.
No, it's not. I did it.
Absolutely.
What are you looking up?
Just making sure I had Karen's name right. So Karen's this nurse across the hall, right? She's got a bunch of laundry.
Sharon.
That's her code name. Her name then becomes Karen, I believe. Or is it the opposite of that?
Her name's Sharon Carter.
Okay, so it's the opposite. Karen is her code name when she's not.
Kate. Kate?
Sure. Whatever.
Yeah.
Agent 13 lives
Agent
across
13.
the fucking hall. She does laundry and doesn't want Cap's dick.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Jesus.
She had her shot. She had her shot. I'm there to
guess.
protect you, but I'm going to go downstairs. Just fucking do your laundry. Start another load in there. Start another load in there.
And let him put a load in you, you know?
Oh, Jesus.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Every Tuesday, dude. 9
The
p.m.
music's been
10
left on. It's 1940 stuff. Thank you, captions. My wife makes me watch these movies with. They open the door. They go in there. There he is, SLJ, just fucking laid up,
Like
fucking
a
fucked up,
boss.
saying weird things about his wife. Then he's putting on his phone, ears everywhere. Cap's not happy about that, but I was like, all right, whatever. And then like, what's going on? Stuff's wrong. And he's going, this is gonna happen. Don't trust. And then he gets up and he gets shot. Pow, pow. He goes down. He don't trust anybody. Then he holds on to Cap's arm a little bit too long, and then Cap looks down and he gives him the flash drive that is very important to this entire business.
That moment was fucking great because him getting shot, there was a genuine fear of like, is he gonna die?
Yeah.
And the don't trust anybody sets the tone for the entire
totally.
movie. And
Entire
they
movie.
Stay with it. It's awesome. And then it cuts to the scene.
We see Winter Soldier out there, just the bad guy. We saw him shoot. Cap's like, and then Agent 13 busts in. I'm Agent 13. I'm not Kate or Karen. I'm Sharon, and I'm here to fucking save the day. And I'm here to watch you. And then he's tell him I'm in pursuit. Jumps out the window with the fucking Captain America shield. He runs over there, jumps on the roof, throws the shield. Winter Soldier reaches out, grabs it.
Another phenomenal
one of the
scene. Yeah.
Scary as fuck.
One of the best Mission Impossible movies. Like this whole movie is just
Yeah,
like
seriously.
so much espionage and
Best
two-timing
Metal
and
Gear
so
movie ever,
awesome.
man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Sure.
Absolutely.
He gets away, jumps over the side. You know, okay, cool. He's gone. I don't know where he went, but he just he
He's
landed.
fast.
One of those disappearing
Apparently,
things.
yeah.
Faster white boy.
Yeah, faster white boy. He's gone. Oh no, what's that? We go to the hospital. Not Captain America. Well, Captain America's sad. Nick Fury's laid up though. He's got a whole bunch of people working on him.
Dies.
Colby Schmolders shows up. She's over there.
Colby Smulders.
Smuckers. Colby Smuckers shows up and she's not happy about any of this business. She got called in. It was gonna take her too long to get there though. 4 hours or some shit. Black Widow's there. She's oh no. Then he's dead. SLJ dies. Moment of sadness.
Which was
for everybody.
crazy.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we were all freaking out at the
So
time.
upsetting.
Now we know. But at the time, we were all freaking out. Captain America walks down the hall. He's having some conversations with some people. Then the bad guys who still think that we're trying to pass off as good guys, even though they're clearly bad guys. Like, you need to back at HQ for debriefing. We're mad at you. Yeah, Captain America. He's like, all right, fine. And then Captain America's got that flash drive, doesn't know what to do. He's going to put it in the Bubblicious over there. He's going to put it there in the little
Vending
machine.
machine.
Smart. All right, cool. Goes back. Some reason, I mean, Captain America obviously knew the jig was up, I guess. He knew that he was going to be in trouble. Shit could pop off.
Don't trust anybody.
So when he
Don't
goes
trust
there to
anybody.
report in and debrief, he dresses. He gets dressed in his full-on Captain America suit and gets his shield. Smart move. All right, good, okay. Goes up there. Sir Robert Redford's got a bunch of things to say. Hey, what's going on? What did he say? Cap plays dumb. Redford's like,
What was he doing in your apartment?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
like,
yeah,
fuck,
yeah,
fuck
I
if
don't
you-
know, man.
you tell me, man.
You tell me. I just showed up.
Yeah.
I was trying to hit on this nurse over here, get a cup
Yeah.
of coffee. And he's like, I'm gonna leave. So he's like, and Robert Redford's like, anybody who gets in the way of this, man, they ain't gonna like it.
I'm gonna find who killed my friend.
Right. I'm Robert Redford.
Yeah.
Who's Robert Redford married to, by the way? This was driving me crazy the whole movie.
That film festival.
No, he's not married to Sundance.
He's
You know.
married to the film festival. Is that what
Well,
you
like
just said?
it's because he got a divorce because he's so into
Cool,
his
Greg.
work.
Give me a Google search. Robert Redford's marriage, wife, woman. Thank you. Captain America leaves, waits for the elevator, gets in, and makes
And here
the
we
single
go.
greatest scene
Oh my
of any
God.
Marvel movie so far.
Where he goes. And I quote.
Well, bad guys keep getting on, or bad guys who are clearly whatever, they keep getting on, and he keeps noticing little things, the people holding their guns,
Sweaty
people
guys.
sweating. Like,
Sweaty
oh, this
guys.
is fucking awesome.
Before we get started, does anyone want to get off? And then they just fucking wreck.
And then I
so
got off
good.
watching it, dude.
Yeah, dude. It's so
one of the best
good.
scenes in the whole MCU, man.
And again, I feel like we're going to keep saying that throughout this movie.
Sure. Yeah.
Keeps going, man.
So he kicks the shit out of all these guys. Cool magnet thing, wraps that down. He's doing all sorts of cool
Yeah,
kicks
that's
and
the
shit.
other thing. Not only was that scene awesome just because the idea of it was cool and it was him taking down a whole bunch of people, but there was also the X factor of the magnets, and they used that to make the choreography a step above normal. And I feel like that's what this movie keeps
Wasn't just
doing.
a regular
It just
fight
keeps
scene, yeah.
Adding that X factor.
A big fan too that he kept getting hit. It wasn't one of those like I'm gonna counter everything. He's getting shocked and tased left and right. Fucking people. And I like that last one where it's just like it's not personal. It feels pretty personal.
Yeah.
It was awesome. He hops on his motorbike. He's gonna get out of there.
Jumps out of the building with the shield. Another cool moment.
Really cool moment.
Love that shit.
Oh yeah. He
Goes
jumps
through
through
the,
the ceiling of the rest of the building. Yeah,
He
just
really
shakes it
likes
off.
jumping off of things.
He's got it,
Doing the
man.
little like baby crouch thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows
But you
it.
could tell that the fall was like, this was not an inconsequential fall. It was like a really hard impact. Like, oh, this is going to hurt like shit, but I got to get out of here because there's tons of SWAT agents or whatever the fuck they are.
Right. So all that happens. He gets there. They try to stop him with a plane. He ain't having that shit. He takes that plane down by himself.
And it
down
was
that
fucking
fucking plane.
awesome.
Holy
Jesus.
shit.
That's the thing. This movie once again uses his shield. It's like, oh great, here's a fucking guy that runs fast and is strong and he has a shield. Like
He's
how
smart,
how
too.
much versatility is there in how cool this could be? Oh, apparently a lot. Because him fucking jumping off, like throwing the shield, jumping off the motorcycle, grabbing it, and like just fucking systematically taking this thing down. So cool.
At one point, he uses the shield to jam one of its propellers, then pulls it off, and that like releases it, and it like flips the other way, and he throws the shield in the other side. It's so cool. He takes down a fucking plane.
They shut down everything. BWI, Reagan. They continue listing airports that you only know if you've ever flown into the Washington Dulles area.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Dulles.
Yeah. They're going to shut down all the roads. They're going to
So
shut down
Dulles.
all this stuff. This is fucking Captain America on a motorbike with his shield and his costume, but somehow he gets away from everybody and gets sweats. And then he walks into the hospital.
And he has the hat.
Not yet, did he? I think in the hospital he just had the hood up. He goes there to get his bubblicious, can't find it. Guess what? Big old ScarJo been hanging out the whole time eating gum, just eating it. She bought a lot of
She
it.
had two
Eating
sticks
all
of
that
gum.
gum, man.
Yeah. And so then she had the thing. He doesn't know who to trust. He grabs her arm, seems kind of angry. Then she's like, well, we got to work together. Like, all right, cool. Then here's where I'm foggy if they go straight to Sam Wilson or if something happens before then. They're together now, though. They're working together. Is their
Right.
next stop Sam Wilson's place?
I believe that's the next
Is
scene.
it not? Do
They
they,
go
not
to
go
the
to the
bunker
base?
first.
Yeah,
They go to the bunk. Oh, you're right. Yeah, they're alone there.
yeah.
So then, yeah,
they're at an Apple store.
they go.
connecting
Oh
it
no!
there, yeah.
Right. They go to the Apple Store. Another great scene.
That's
I wish
when they're in the mall, not earlier.
Oh, that's funny.
it's a
Yeah, that's
joke.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess for our international listeners, yeah, the mall doesn't make much sense.
So they go to the Apple store
Right.
and get one of our first big cameos, which is DC Pearson, the Apple store guy, the
Who was
genius
really
or whatever,
annoying.
that
I
helps him
thought.
out. He is from Derek Comedy, which is where Donald Glover's from. Community. He's also frequent guest on Community.
Okay. Is that a cameo or is that just casting your friend?
It's casting your friend,
Just
but
making sure.
But it was one of those moments I remember when we were watching. It's like everyone in the theater goes, "Oh."
Oh. I just went like, oh, that's a character actor. I've seen
I
him
felt
in
like that
stuff
scene
before.
went a little long. Where it was just like, all right, dude, we get it. You're
get it.
an annoying
You're that
Apple
guy.
person. Yeah.
I could have gone for some kind of joke about the glasses, personally. Like anyway, you think you're put on glasses, no one's gonna know you're Captain America? A little Superman reference, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, sure.
Didn't get it, no big deal.
I
It's
totally.
amazing.
I didn't
Different
like
universe.
the line delivery of like, oh, it's a specimen. Like I.
Yeah, no, I don't like that at all.
get it.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
move
Yeah,
on.
that's what I'm talking about.
Move
Went
on.
a little long.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't need that last joke.
They find it's in New Jersey, of course, as are all awesome things. Everything awesome's in New Jersey. And they're gonna get out of there, but 9 minutes are up. Here come the bad guys that we wanted to think were good guys, but clearly are bad guys.
Vinny Testaverde, New Jersey.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kevin Smith.
Hmm?
Yeah. So they walk out there, and then they kiss a little, they smooch a little, they laugh a little. It's a great scene.
Yes.
This entire scene's awesome. This
Them
is just
running
fantastic.
away and her being like, kiss me, and him being like, what? And it's
Yeah.
like, that makes people uncomfortable. He's like, I know.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
very-
No, and then
very good.
still uncomfortable. That's not what I would call it.
Yeah, I used the word
Great.
for it because
Yeah.
he means
He's
boner.
I'm 93, not dead.
They get in a car. They have a fun conversation. He stole the truck again. They get in the truck, and up until now I have been saying to myself, "Oh, he just found sweatpants and a sweatsuit. Great. Oh, he just got glasses and a hat. Okay, I don't need exposition, I guess, in this. But in the car, it was like what? In the first line, it's just like, so where did Captain America learn to steal cars? I'm like, okay, good job. All right,
it,
good.
yeah.
Yeah. And they talk a little bit there. They strike up a little bit of friendship. They're having a thing, talking about her life, his life, kind of thing.
And I remember when I first saw this movie, I remember the Black Widow, Captain America kind of romance plot being
Right.
a little more heavy-handed than when I rewatched it. I'm like, oh, it's actually not that
Yeah,
bad.
no,
Like,
it's not too bad.
It's pretty clear
Yeah.
that like that's not a
They're
thing.
doing their job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
utility. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not. Okay.
Which is good.
I think so too.
Leave that open for
But
the
when
fuck.
you're on the run, sometimes you get fuck. You know, you gotta get a little fucking when you're on
You
the
got
run.
to get your fuck on. That's true.
Like
Yeah.
Charlie Sheen in The Chase. Where
right.
They had sex.
Yeah,
in a
on the
car
bus?
While running. No, not a bus.
Oh, I'm thinking speed.
Yeah, close.
Did anyone have sex in the bus on Speed?
I'm sure someone in the back. They get to the old New Jersey there, and guess
The
what?
bunker.
It's where where he trained, and we get to see the flagpole again,
Which was really cool.
Even though the flagpole's in a different place, but you assume they built up
there was
around
a big
it.
building next
They
to
built
it.
up around it.
You think so?
He's getting all the flashbacks and
They
like
talked
seeing
about
little tiny Chris Evans.
Yeah. And even if it was just a different flagpole,
Right,
I don't
right.
give a shit.
Close
Great
enough.
scene. I love that
Close
movie.
enough. Yep.
I love that movie. What's wrong?
I was trying to turn it off. It was on. It was saving your battery.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
They got a bunker there. That bunker shouldn't be there. Captain America's a huge fucking military nerd, and he knows that there shouldn't be a munitions locker that close to this thing. You know what I mean? Great. You think maybe with all this free time he had to memorize this shit, he would have learned how to land a plane or jump out of a plane full of atom bombs from the first movie, but who cares?
He learns the jumping out later.
He goes down there. We have a cool little
nails
look
it.
at this thing. It's a secret thing. We got a throwback. There's Peggy. There's Howard Stark. There's Tommy Lee Jones. You know what I mean? Founders of S.H.I.E.L.D. That's cool. Go. Wait a second. Look at this. There's a fucking wind's coming through this bookcase. Neat. They move the bookcase. Go down there. Why is there an elevator? And why is there a secret elevator in your secret base? Go down there. Old school computers. Turn them on. Zoloft. Zoloft's there.
Arnim Zola.
Zoloft is
Zola.
there, and he
Zola.
is not fucking happy to be a computer man. Actually, he is. But he's just an asshole.
He's finally
still.
done his thing, and like in the Captain America 1 thing, we did some of the Easter eggs. Was like, oh yeah, it's kind of like his form, and now it's very
His final
inspired by
form,
his
yeah.
Right.
comics form, which is cool. I liked how they handled that whole scene.
Yeah, it was
And,
awesome.
Like the whole War Games
Yeah.
reference and all that.
Yeah.
Totally like this Metal Gear movie got more Metal Gear somehow.
Absolutely.
And it's so fucking cool.
So good.
Like, and it's so bizarre, but it works, and I didn't have a problem with it. Like, again, a quarter through the way watching, I was like, oh, that's right. He's like a computer AI, and like, this is kind of silly, but I'm in. This is awesome.
Yeah, I know. I was totally in.
But
Totally.
It was also like, why is he giving them all the information? Like, this seems like a dumb
Again,
movie thing. And
explained.
Yep.
I was stalling
Yep.
you. They're sending a bomb to blow you up. To which Captain America says, well,
Not today.
luckily, there's this 4-foot hole in the ground beneath this grate. Tosses that shit up, lays there, doesn't get buried alive. The bunker bomb blows up perfectly so they can still crawl out. I ain't gonna hate. It was cool.
man.
It was
Yeah.
awesome. Whatever.
Movie magic,
movies.
Now we go to Sam Wilson's house.
Yep.
There we go. Let's get this bromance started. You know what I mean? The whole Scarlet Widow there. You know what I mean? She was very much like whatever. You know what I mean? Like they're not gonna really connect. They're not gonna be a thing. But this bromance,
Oh,
yeah,
I've been
fuck
in it
yeah,
since day
let's
one.
go.
On the
I've
left,
known
let's
it was
go.
love at first sight when he kept passing him on the left. You know what I mean? And
Nah, he wants to fuck Bucky way more.
well, sure, but I mean,
Well,
like
Bucky's
this.
his best
Well, this
friend
is
who
why,
thought he was
again,
dead.
knowing what comes up in Civil
Yeah.
War is just so much better here. Of like, oh, I forgot that. Yeah, these are two best friends competing to be the bestest friend. You know what I mean?
Sure, yeah.
And Bucky from a different time,
God,
probably. You
Stop
know?
talking. Don't talk about Civil War because that's like that scene with them is
Oh,
so
I know,
good.
I know.
I
I'm
can't
thinking
wait
about
to
it.
talk
I know,
about it.
I
It's
know, I
so
know.
good. I had forgotten until this moment.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Anyways, though, can we hang out in your house? Sure. I'm gonna make breakfast. If you people eat breakfast, that's funny. You know, you superheroes
Real
do eat
funny.
breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they do their thing. Blah blah blah. This is happening. We're gonna gotta go stop these motherfuckers. This shit's going on. Hey, well, I used to fly this thing. Oh, I thought you were a pilot. Never said pilot. Awesome. Cool.
That was a good little
Fucking
reveal
cool.
too.
And now a little rewind back in time when I first watched this movie. Like
Wanna tell
now
them
it's
how time
funny
works?
going into
He's doing it right this time.
going into Infinity War and stuff. It's like I'm way more familiar with breaking down the trailers, like knowing kind of what's coming. For Winter Soldier, I was still at that point that I didn't know everything.
Yeah.
So seeing Falcon, I was like, what the fuck? Did not know Falcon was in this movie. Like, did you guys?
Upon
mean?
rewatching it?
Upon watching it the
no,
first
no,
time.
Yeah,
I
they
knew about
advertised
it.
it,
Yeah,
didn't
they?
it was
I-
it was the
I
thing.
think he might have been on
Didn't
the
know.
poster. Yeah.
Yeah, was he? I don't
know.
think so. I don't think he was.
I
I
definitely.
think he was in one of the trailers.
I somehow totally avoided it. That
Cool.
when I watched
That's
the movie,
cool.
I was just like, what the
Was that a
hell?
cool reveal for you, or were you like, oh great, another
Him
person?
back here is from a promotional poster of like, their single hero shots or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if those were released when the movie came out, but
Doesn't matter. You
Either way,
yeah.
I didn't know, and that was the moment for me where I was like, holy shit, this is freaking cool.
Another great scene though of him being like, "Yeah, there's only one in existence. It's back here behind this wall and this thing," and they just look at each other like, "Yeah, we can do that. Okay." And they just
And
get it.
I love that they skip it.
Yeah,
we
we
don't
can
show
show
it.
it.
Okay,
We can
let's go.
get you
Yeah.
that fucking thing, no
Yeah.
problem. So then I think we're jumping to the launch day, right?
No, then we jump to the rooftop where they get Sidwell, the guy with the glasses. that was in
Oh
Thor.
yeah, they
yes.
Sitwell.
Wilson
yes.
calls him while he's walking, and he meets up with Gary Shandling. Shandling's like Hail Hydra or whatever.
Yeah, Hail Hydra.
So
yeah.
again, another
What
thing this
a-
movie does great is kind of taking the MCU at large and all the random side characters we've seen and throw them in. This movie might have the most side characters of any of the other movies all in one, and giving them things to do that kind of makes sense. And having the guy come back from Iron Man 2 was awesome. Like
Yeah.
we would have never expected to see that guy again, and having him do the whole Hail Hydra thing what a stupid moment.
What a
great
stupid,
fucking moment.
funny
I
moment.
love
Yeah.
it.
When that happened, when we watched this movie, we could not stop doing that. Do you guys remember that?
For like a year afterwards.
It's still a meme.
It's so good.
I think what's really cool about that moment is that's the most corny Fast and the Furious this movie gets, and I love it. It's really
Totally.
cheesy and
There's a
it
reason why
shouldn't
we
be
love
good,
Fast
but
and
it's
Furious,
dope.
like,
Like
yeah.
it's
Now, for going off of that too, for as dumb and corny and whatever as it was, that was such a serious, mind-blowing moment of, oh shit, S.H.I.E.L.D., like they've been hinting at it, and like we gotta know there's some shit going on. S.H.I.E.L.D. is Hydra. Like going into this movie, I would have never seen that coming. That was such a monumental shift
And later
in the MCU and what it means for the rest of the series, and S.H.I.E.L.D. just not being a thing. It's crazy.
when they reveal that, like, yeah, man, accidents happen, and like people that weren't in on the Hydra part just kind of die, and they like show Stark's family, and it's like, whoa,
oh yeah,
that's
It
so
was
good,
good, guys.
yeah, which then leads into Civil
yeah,
War.
I know,
It's so good.
I know, it's so good.
Yeah. So okay, they're on the roof.
Yeah.
We had the fun little Easter egg thing
You
of him being like,
wouldn't push me. Well, I don't know what the Easter egg thing is.
so it was just like, oh yeah, no, it's. Hold on, I wrote it down.
Oh yeah, it can target it can target any kind of people, anybody they deem to be threats one day, and he goes Bruce Banner, Stephen Strange, anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
How
fun.
How does it know already Stephen Strange is gonna get stuff? You know.
He's a real good
Because
doctor,
it
and they
knows your
figured it out.
past and it figures out your future,
Yeah.
man.
It's a good algorithm, man.
Fucking Zola's algorithm. Yeah, how does Zola even know what an algorithm is?
He's been dead for like 20 years at this point.
Also, I think this is where the scene we get when Falcon says, like, he's talking to Falcon, and Falcon goes, "Don't look at me. I do what he does, just slower."
Yep.
Yeah, that was
Yep,
great. Yeah.
that's really funny.
Because boy, can this white boy run.
Are we already? Yeah, I guess we would have already been there when Samuel L. Jackson isn't dead. Like that's part of the plot at some point.
Yeah, when is that?
That's
Doesn't
that
matter.
The next part,
We
they
just
go
brought it up.
somewhere. They walk in there, and there he is in a stretcher, right?
Yeah. Well,
laying
who they
out
bring
there.
in hurt? They bring somebody else in hurt then, right? That's the deal. Because somebody else comes in hurt that's gonna get laid out like next to him or needs surgery or some shit.
remember.
I don't know. Maybe it's after. Anyways, with the fucking
With Sitwell.
bug out, yeah, Sitwell, motherfucker. They have the great scene of I know you won't throw me off the roof, and he's like, yeah, she will, and he kicks him. And then Falcon gets him. That's the reveal, Falcon, and then he just fucking tells them everything. And then yeah, Winter Soldier shows up. Well, they're in a car. Winter Soldier shows up. Another great fight scene.
Kills him, right?
Oh, it throws him in a traffic.
Gets hit by a
He
truck.
just
He's
lands in the
grabbing
car,
this movie.
grabs him, and throws him out. Yeah, I know the
So awesome.
And then that whole fight scene is just beautiful.
I love the
So
thing
awesome.
where
the momentum of it again. So
Black
great.
Widow's running and sees his his shadow, so she stops and then does like the shooting and stuff. That's cool.
So
Yeah.
good. And then that scene where Black Widow does the jumping
Spidery
off
thing.
the thing and then the spidery thing. Cool fun thing. Friend of the show, Amy Johnston, whose boyfriend is a major best friend, was the stunt double for Scarlett Johansson.
Very cool.
You can follow her at Amy E. Johnston. So AMYEJOHNSTON. Follow her, look at her shit. Her stuff is incredible.
She has some really cool choreographed
really cool
stuff,
videos
right?
and seeing that there's behind the scenes stuff of her. She was the one actually doing the swing.
Oh, wow.
It was
Nice.
a real thing that they practically
That's really
did.
really cool.
Really cool.
A lot of practical effects in this movie. They tried to do CG as little as possible, and it man, it's
That's
so
the way to
good.
do it.
Yeah.
But leading
Yeah,
up to
absolutely.
the scene of during this whole chase, eventually it's Winter Soldier, Captain America, and they're fighting. Winter Soldier fucking punching, throwing his knife up, grabbing the knife, and just doing shit. Practical and fucking awesome.
Yeah, I saw that GIF came out like recently, and it was sort of being reshared over Twitter, and they were like, "Yeah, look at them practicing in the rehearsals of what's his Sebastian Stan,
Yeah,
practicing
actually throwing the knife.
slowly doing the punches, then the knife flip, and then seeing it in real time. I was like, oh, that's so cool,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, that whole fight scene's amazing.
Yeah.
I was reading the trivia, and it said that throughout the filming, he was constantly playing with
Practicing
it,
the
yeah,
knife.
to make it feel natural and nail the thing. And they
did.
fucking did. That is a really cool shot because I think the camera's panning when he goes to flip and switch knife. So cool.
I'll say one thing. Well, I guess we're kind of getting ahead of ourselves
You know how time
when I
works?
say this. Do I know how time works? I really wish this movie had a little bit of gore, like a little bit of blood. Only because when Fury gets shot, I feel like that could have used just something, right? And then later on, Scarlett Johansson gets shot in the shoulder, and it's just.
that's what it-
Captain
that's what it
America
is.
also
That's what
gets
it is.
shot later on too.
Yeah.
and I thought that was
I mean,
really upsetting.
Sue's got
Yeah.
you see it happen, but I just, I'm.
You want
I'm looking for.
gushing.
I mean, not gushing, but just something that shows
There's that
like.
thing where it sprays on the camera and there's like the red.
Quentin Tarantino style.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it could have used just a little bit.
So they're fighting. It's an amazing fight scene. Everybody's having a great time. We did skip Robert Redford offering Winter Soldier some milk. And then shooting this fucking
the nanny.
Like housekeeper.
shooting the
nanny
housekeeper. And like, I really wish you would have knocked. Another great scene because guess what? Winter Soldier's a ghost.
They're in cahoots.
Nobody's ever seen him, and they're in cahoots. Nobody's ever seen this guy. Then we jump to this thing, and Winter Soldier just fights in broad daylight. Seems like we didn't need to kill that housekeeper, but no big deal. She's dead.
Whatever.
Yeah, this could have been my friend.
I think that was to show, like,
No, that's exactly what it was for.
Robert Redford, bad person.
Yeah, totally.
Not
Oh
your
yeah,
friend,
totally.
yeah.
But also,
So-
it is the thing of like, even ScarJo's been like, and he's just a ghost in the wind, and nobody's seen him. And then like all these 90 people are running from him. I'm like,
They're fighting at 2 p.m.
Yeah.
So that's the scene. Then they start fighting or whatever, and then his thing comes off.
Bucky!
And it's like, holy shit, it's Bucky.
Who the
which
hell's
we all
Bucky?
knew. Gia, no idea. Freaked the fuck out.
that's
Really?
cool.
This movie has
Awesome.
so many twists and
Dude,
so many
that's
moments
so
that we
cool.
take for granted.
That's
but
really
like,
cool.
She was like, holy shit, it's Bucky.
I wish you could have recorded that.
Oh,
That
it
would have been
was
awesome.
awesome. Yeah.
I mean, even rewatching that, watching Chris Evans react to it,
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, like this is such a meaningful moment.
man.
And this like, I got the chills. Like, it was really awesome.
I remember the first time I watched it, I knew it was him, but still seeing
Sebastian Stan.
for that first moment was like,
Hi. Dios mío.
because I guess it's not just the reveal, it is the reveal to Captain America also.
Yeah.
Beautifully shot. I loved everything about that. And then it cuts to Samuel
ScarJo
Jackson's
shot. We
alive.
find Samuel Jackson. Now we're gonna plan a mission. Don't look at me. I'm just in. It looks like you're in charge now, Captain. So Captain's in charge. They're gonna go over to the fucking ships as they get ready to launch. They're gonna take out the middle chip, put in a new chip. Guidance systems won't work. Save the day. Everybody's great. So then they go and do
You
that.
said ScarJo got shot, right?
Yeah, you
Okay,
said
cool.
that. Yeah, we were combining a bunch
Right,
of different
right,
threads there into one lovely thread biscuit that I'm feeding to the listeners right now. Open
biscuit.
your mouth right now, listener. Thread biscuit.
Take it all in.
It's a little dry. It's a thread biscuit.
Stop.
Anyways,
What was
now
that?
we're-
Was that you chewing?
it was just how I would imagine dry to be if
Oh, okay.
dry had a sound.
Okay, sure. That's not bad.
So they're taking on the ships now.
Yeah.
Everybody's taking a different
Flying
ship.
ships.
Yeah, yeah.
My
Targeting-
favorite final mission in any video game.
Yeah, yeah.
Plug in the 3 things to the 3 things. Like,
Metal Gear Solid
cool.
1.
Of
Yeah,
course,
there you
all
go.
kicked off by when they get there. They're not launching them yet. Also, yeah, hey, guess what? The fucking face people from the council or whatever, they're there now too, and they get these weird biometric tags. Wink, that'll be important. Could they just take off their coats? It seems like it, but who knows?
That's exactly what I thought.
Yeah, right. Anyways, though, they get there, cheers to all this shit, but Sir Robert Redford, he's cheersing it or whatever. Oh,
Captain America gets on the PA.
Right. And that's why there's an awkward thing where it's Abed from Community.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, why is Abed there? And now they directed a bunch of
Yeah.
Community things. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, Abed lets in Captain America and
Yeah.
ScarJo,
Another great
Witch Woman. And yeah, then he gives this fucking awesome speech of just like, everything's fucked. You can't trust anybody. You got to trust me right now. Don't launch these ships. And then, of course, bad knockoff Manu Bennett shows up and he's like,
a
fucking
lot of
launch
people
the
looking at
ships.
each other.
Yeah.
Crossbones, right?
Giants
Yeah.
standoff.
Yeah, all right.
Tyrone.
Who's Crossbones?
He's in
Civil War.
The guy that gets burned
That-
at the end of this movie and
Yeah.
you see him on the stretcher. Yeah.
Yeah.
that guy
he's-
you're just talking about. He's
the-
Crossbones.
the
If you want to
intro-
call him by
Okay,
name.
no.
that's all I'm saying.
Okay, let's dial it
The
back.
intro
everybody.
scene of Civil War.
He's just a throwaway guy
There's
in a
a fight
mask. Isn't
scene.
there a throwaway guy in a mask? That's him?
Yeah, he's got like the super punchy fist
Yeah,
or whatever.
okay, okay,
and he's
alright.
like, last time you saw me, I was dead. And he's like, they brought it back to life or whatever.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he was dead. I think it was just.
I remember
really
watching that in
funny.
Civil War and being like, I don't know who the fuck this guy is. But that makes more sense.
Now
Cool.
you know who he is.
Thank you. Yeah. I understood who he was.
Building a
Building a
thread
universe
biscuit.
just to fucking
Thread biscuit.
That's a thread biscuit that we're gonna let bake a while. That thread biscuit needs more time in the oven for you to really get the impact of this fucking shit. He got Manu Bennett knockoff man. He's dead. Anyways, they're all great speech. All
Good head
hell's
of hair,
breaking
though.
loose.
Great hair.
Great hair. Yeah, great hair. It's time for everybody to break off and go do this. ScarJo, she was pretending to be one of the people. That was cool.
With
That
the
was
weird
a really- yeah.
mask reveal thing, which honestly, that was a moment where I'm like, did this go too far? And at the end of it, no.
Nah, it's
I love it.
Another
Another Metal Gear moment.
Yeah.
Another like Dark
Mission
Chief.
Impossible.
Yeah,
moment.
totally.
Very Mission Impossible. Very Mission
I
Impossible.
think they did that in the first Mission Impossible.
They did?
Right?
Yeah.
And also
Yeah.
seeing the old
Several
lady
times.
fight like Black Widow, awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah,
cool.
before the reveal happens, you're like, what the fuck's
the
happening?
I'm assuming that was Amy Johnston. Doing that,
Maybe?
maybe?
No, that was an old woman though, right? I mean, she wasn't moving that fast. I think that might have been an older woman.
Really? No, I think she was moving fast. I think it was just a young
Yeah.
person dressed as an
Makeup.
old woman.
I don't know.
Makeup's
Maybe.
real good, man.
Let's focus on that scene combined it all without the cuts. So they fight. Robert Redford's down. Hey, Robert Redford, we need to get the files and we're going to upload them all to the world and everybody see your shit. He's like, too bad you need 2 people. And she's like, don't worry, somebody's coming. And there it is. SLJ's back. He ain't dead. He's got to have his arm in a sling, though. That kind of sucks. Anyways, he walks in. They talk and they do a whole bunch of shit. Again, we're cutting back and forth between a bunch of shit. Oh, by the way, wait, hold on. Robert Redford hasn't burned those guys to death, no. Right, so he's gonna do that, but then he does burn them to death.
Falcon's flying around everywhere.
Wait,
I'm just focusing on one.
It's one of those like Return of the Jedi style. 3 things are happening at once.
That's why I'm focusing on one.
Captain America's taking down one ship. Falcon's taking down another ship. They're in the base, and there's a Mexican standoff going on that's fucking awesome because they go to the computers. We're Sharon Carter's down there, and it's revealed to everyone in S.H.I.E.L.D., wait, S.H.I.E.L.D. is Hydra, and all the good S.H.I.E.L.D. people are like, wait, no, they're not, and all the bad people are like, yeah, we are. They all pull guns, and everyone pulls guns on each other, and it's like, this is fucking cool as hell.
It was such an office moment where they're all pointing the gun to each other in the office.
Sorry.
God, how many cans you want to knock over this episode? Anyways, then he burns. Robert Redford burns these people except Black Widow. That's cool.
Yeah, they think they're safe, and he's like,
nobody's safe.
Well, they let him get to his phone.
Yeah,
right, because that was like some sort of app.
Yeah,
he
had a
turns
cool
it
app
on,
that burns people.
And then she like shocks herself.
Yeah, shorts out her thing. That's enough room for them for SLJ to blow him away. He says some stuff, and they say, "Yeah, Hydra." That's cool. Mm-hmm.
Did SLJ do the eye patch thing yet?
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Well, so yeah, no,
that was
he
a really
comes in,
cool
he goes to the
moment.
thing, and he goes, "You need to keep both eyes open." And he fucking takes this thing off. A moment nobody expected to ever see, nobody ever wanted to see, but he did it, and it felt worth it. It
also shows how cool he is. That he set up a backup system where if he got deleted, the other eye was still on there.
Yeah,
it was really badass.
Always one step ahead.
Meanwhile, out there, Falcon's been trying to get on his ship. It ain't going well for him. I forget why. He's fighting other people. They're shooting at him. They're shooting shit in the air.
Winter Soldier ripped his wing off.
Are we not there yet, though?
That's
no. So he's been getting shot at and just having to fly around his ship.
Right.
And eventually he turns the guns on themselves to blow a hole in. He flies in. He puts his card in. Then
Winter Soldier rips off his wings.
Well, yeah. Well, it's not even yet, right? Because then over on Captain America's ship, he's fucking cleaning clocks. He put his thing in. Yeah, he put his thing in.
On the first one.
Yeah.
He has to do 2.
Yes, and then he put that one in, and then he goes to get off that ship, do it, and then Winter Soldier shows up, starts fucking fighting him, throws him off the edge. Falcon goes to get him. That's when Falcon gets
major
grabbed.
cock block, that Winter Soldier.
Yeah, but he's got cool toys. He's like doing grappling hooks and shit to pull him down, rips the wing off. I'm grounded. That was cool. I like that. So then, of course, it's Captain America, Winter Soldier. They're fighting in the third ship now. They're doing all their things, fighting, and they're having their
friends.
Yeah, exactly. But Bucky don't remember nothing.
Why did you sound like
Bucky don't
Forrest
remember
Whitaker?
Oh, we did. It was Save the Trees. We did also skip where Robert Redford wiped Bucky, Winter Soldier, when Winter Soldier was like, "I'm remembering things and stuff."
That's right.
That was awesome.
And in that scene, Ed Brubaker, the writer responsible for bringing Bucky Barnes back to life as the Winter Soldier, makes a cameo as one of the scientists attending the brainwashed assassin.
Oh, that's nice. Mm-hmm. Cool scene. Really good scene.
Yep.
I like that. And I like that, again, we're explaining why this is happening and how it's happening this way.
Another Easter egg that's fun thing is when the Project Insight was targeting, like you see him targeting all the cities. And
You saw Tony Stark, right?
You see Tony Stark get targeted in the Avengers Tower.
I imagine there was other people in there.
Yeah, that's the
Easter eggs.
The first thing I thought was like, who else did they put in there? Because like when Professor X is looking for all the mutants, you see a lot of Easter eggs. This is kind of that moment.
Yeah.
I don't know any. None of the list I looked at.
So that's the thing. We're counting down. The things are going. Bucky's keeping Cap from getting to his. I think he's already shot him at this point. Cap's bleeding in the front of his suit or whatever. Cool. That's cool.
Cap got shot a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was shot several times.
Yeah.
While climbing.
Well, that was the thing. Yeah, he's shot in the and then he gets up there and they're targeting everybody. And then finally, at the last second, he switches out the cards. The targeting resets to be the ships themselves. The ships all fire on each other. It's all hell's breaking loose. They're starting to crash. Cool. It's cool. It's really fucking cool. It's really fucking cool.
And then Solidus Snakes come at the end. And he's like, the
Rose was reunited with Jack.
The Patriots have been dead for 1,000,000 years.
The Lalelu.
The Lalelu.
And then so then Bucky or Cap goes down there, gets the shit off of Bucky as they're crashing. Won't fight Bucky. Bucky takes that. Cap drops his shield through the hole. Bucky throws him down and starts wailing on his face or whatever. And complete the mission. I'm with you till the end of the line, which is a throwback to a scene they put in here after Cap's mom's funeral, where Bucky said that to him. Cool.
About like, hey, move in with me. I'm with you till the end of the line.
Yeah.
Great moment, man.
So Bucky stops punching him, and then Cap falls into the water, and then Bucky comes in after the water, gets him out of the water, puts him on the side.
Make out a little bit.
Bucky.
Super confused.
Friend make out. Okay.
Touch him.
Bucky walks away. Hey, Shield's dead.
Shield's fucking.
Samuel Jackson burns everything, including his eye patch, and puts
Which
on
was
like
interesting. Glasses.
different stuff. Yeah. He put
Cool
like
ass
glasses. I just meant like
sunglasses.
different clothes in general.
He looked like he was about to drop the hottest album of 2014.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
They go
Then
to his-
the graveyard.
His graveyard, and there's a little fun little Easter egg there.
Tell me that one.
The Pulp
Where,
Fiction.
Pulp Fiction, where on his gravestone it said, "The path of the righteous man," Ezekiel 25:17.
Oh, and that's his passage from it. I also liked
Pulp Fiction.
that, and I don't think I'm wrong about this, but at least in this scene, it obscured what year he died. Because you know how much there's so much drama about the MCU timeline. I thought it was interesting that this one pulled back because last one, Thor: Dark World, definitely had the calendar in the background that had the year the movie came out, very much setting it like this is when this is happening. Whereas this
With
one
an X on there, like "Save New York."
Yeah. meet up with Samuel Jackson. He's alive. So they talk. Sam Jackson's gonna go to Europe, right? Was that right? He's gonna go
Yeah, he's
investigate
gonna go
something in
find
Europe. What's he
More,
gonna find?
I think he was more Hydra.
Yeah.
Take down Hydra.
All right, cool.
We haven't seen him
with him.
since.
Nobody wants to go with
Which
him.
is so weird.
Even in cameos?
Yeah, no.
No, dude. That was the last we've seen.
You
him.
figure they're gonna. I assume
Fury.
they're gonna make a big deal, and he's
I
gonna
didn't
pop
know
up.
that.
Can't fucking wait.
I didn't even know that.
Exciting, yeah.
Maybe even he
Return.
doesn't pop up in this Avengers. He pops
It'll
up in
be
the next one.
I want him to be the post-credit scene of Infinity War. It just would feel right.
Okay, I'll allow it.
Yeah.
I want it to be, of course, the X-Men. But
Oh, man. That's the next movie.
He walks off on his shit. He's gonna go do that. Scarlet Witch, she's got nothing to do anymore.
I think she goes with him.
Does she? I
Yeah,
thought she
to
didn't go
sort
with
shit
him.
out.
She's got nothing.
I thought
to do.
They invited
No, but
Steve.
she didn't.
I thought
Right?
the whole thing, yeah, they invite everybody, and she's like, I'm finally free for the first time ever.
Yeah,
I can do
she's
whatever I
not-
fucking want. Yeah, I'm gonna go, so I'm
Must
not
have
gonna.
spaced out on that part.
Yeah, it happens. And then yeah, Steve's not gonna go. Falcon won't go because they're BFFs now. They're not doing anything.
Bros.
And so yeah, Scarlet Witch, she walks off, and then Cap America, Falcon's like, hey, you're going after him, aren't you? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, all right, when do we go? And like, yeah, we're going together. Credits, yeah, this is the thing. Buddy cop movie to go find the other buddy. Yeah, and the other buddy, we all know him, Winter Soldier.
And the first post-credit scene.
First post-credit scene is, remember in Captain America, the original First Avenger, how there was Red Skull and his like these just clearly evil German and his doctor. We got a new German and his doctor, and they're
Baron Wolfgang von Strucker.
Sure.
pretty on the nose, Marvel, but okay. And so yeah, guess what? They've been running experiments or some shit, and like
The
so they-
Age of Miracles.
yeah,
has
they're
begun.
gonna let all the other Hydra bases fall while this one contains the
Stays nice and
twins. The
Yeah.
twins.
All the other ones are essentially distractions.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah.
One
So
has telekinetic powers and one has super speed.
Right. And that one with telekinetic powers, Black Widow.
and the one with
she's
super
there.
speed, the son of Magneto.
Yeah.
That's how it's all coming together, guys.
I didn't realize the first time I saw it that they were fucking with the Mind Stone in Loki's staff. Seeing it this time, very clear.
Very, very
Not
clear.
sure how I missed that.
I didn't. Yeah, this Loki staff's there, right?
Yeah.
Are you saying
which
that,
has the Mind Stone in it?
right?
Which
And
is-
that's
that's how they're doing the experiments on the
The twins.
Russian twins.
Yeah.
and I forget
Well, they
what's
did
their
the-
story. They're from Sokovia or whatever, and
yeah.
they fucking their parents are dead, so they got kidnapped, and this is what's
I think they volunteered for it.
they volunteered. Oh, because they hate Stark and they want to go after Stark. Right.
Why do they hate Stark at this
We'll
point?
find out
Didn't
in
he ki-
2 weeks.
Oh, yeah, right, good point.
In Age of Ultron.
What's next?
Next is
Guardians.
Guardians.
Oh, right, we did talk about
What
that.
a
We did talk
treat.
about that.
What a
And
treat.
then the last cutscene, last Easter egg.
It was Winter
Bucky.
Soldier.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Winter Soldier visiting the Bucky Memorial
Right.
at the Smithsonian, which is also where Stan Lee's cameo was
Yeah,
as the guard.
Yeah,
of
we
the
missed that.
That was
Sorry.
really
When
funny.
Captain
Wait,
America
yeah,
stole his
hold on. That
original
whole
suit.
scene.
When he
so
looks
good.
over,
And when
Captain-
Jax his suit back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Which
just
is
even the
genius.
original Smithsonian of just having Captain America go to his exhibit and walk around, I thought that was cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I see
But,
the
like-
little kid.
Yeah.
Just being like, shh.
Now, it's a little known Easter egg there. That kid is Peter Parker.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
Every kid who interacts with Iron Man or Cap is, in fact,
He's
Peter
still
Parker.
8 years old. It's so weird.
So weird. Yeah, no, we already went through everything that we had to there, which is pretty exciting. Do you have anything?
I know. I like that he stole his old suit to confront Bucky with, to like remind him. Oh man, what a good movie.
Oh, is that
good.
why he did it?
I think so.
Oh, I thought he did
thought
it
he
because
just
he didn't have
needed
a
a
suit.
suit,
He
yeah.
needed a suit.
I mean, he still had his stealth suit, right? I don't think he ditched it, right? Why would he?
I
Why would
don't-
he get rid of it?
Yeah,
Like his new suit.
That's a good
I
point.
think he wore it because I imagine that
new suit's so
SLJ could
good, though.
probably get him a new suit.
Interesting.
You know?
No, you're not wrong, bro. Yeah.
Scarlet Lowe Jansen, who's
Yeah.
SLJ.
You're so funny.
So Andy, it's time for your ragu bagu bullshit. Go for it.
I mean, I'm clearly here too, Tim.
I
Or do
know
I need to
you're
explain how
here.
ragu bagu works
Are
as
you
well?
gonna do Nick's part with the theme song?
Oh, sure.
Well, hold on. Hold on.
Rad guys.
Bad
Bad guys.
And also, the theme song's been different every week because I don't remember it.
I don't either. Yeah, I don't know where you're going.
And you're supposed to say ragu and then bagu, but it's all good.
Nick's stupid, and
Yeah.
this is better. This is Ragu Bagu Vids, of course. Rad guys on bad guys. Follow us on Twitter at Ragu Bagu Vids.
nice.
If
The
you
intern's here.
want to run the Ragu Bagu Vids Twitter account, and let me tell you, we've had through the roof interest on this one. No one's ready to bite yet.
But there's all
You're
sorts
on
of...
patreon.com/kindafunny. You get to put up whatever Joey Noel says is okay because we don't want racist stuff on there. This is where we rank all the bad guys from the MCU.
Couple rad guys talking bad guys.
Right
you know?
now, I'll remind you of the rankings. Starting at the very fucking bottom at number 9, we have these fucks from Thor 2.
You actually wrote these fucks.
Number 8 is Abomination from Hulk. Number 7 is Loki
not
in
correct.
Thor. Number 6 is Obadiah Stane in Iron Man.
Tony!
Number 5 is the Mandarin / Aldrich Killian in Iron Man 3.
Wait, not yet.
Then number 4 is Sam Rockwell and Mickey Rourke in Iron Man 2.
I want my boot.
Number 3 is Red Skull. Number 2 is Loki in Avengers. And number 1 is Michael B. Jordan in Black Panther. Now we have to decide where Robert Redford / the Winter Soldier go.
/ Arnim Zola / Crossbones. / Hydra
No, that's not
in
how it
general.
works. That isn't how it works.
Totally
That's not
how it works.
That's not how it works.
I think it should be Hydra. Because that encompasses 4 of those guys or 3 of those guys.
I'm telling you, they're the best of this movie.
I mean, guess what? When you start your own successful podcast about
cool.
villains, you can put whatever you want to. Until then,
It's
drink
true.
your fucking LaCroix and shut the fuck up.
We'll drink both at
Jesus.
once.
Yeah, damn,
No, Tim,
dog.
it's too much.
I don't know.
Look, he's already out. Get him another LaCroix,
No,
so
I'm
leave
good,
me
I'm good.
alone.
Greg, I'm having a lot of trouble with this
Yeah, this is a tough one. This is
I'm
a
having
tough
a lot
one.
of trouble with this one. Also, I don't love that Red Skull is above Rockwell and Mickey, but that's for another
It's
time.
done. It's over. What do you want me
for
to do?
another time.
Cast the
Let me
balance
see
and
the
it's
list
over.
real quick.
Now, I want to talk about Red Skull for a minute.
Sure.
A lot of things I was reading.
Yeah.
Where it's like everyone expected the Guy Pearson or whatever the fuck his name was, like the head bad guy.
Oh, the elf, yeah.
Robert Redford, to at the end be Red Skull.
Oh, really?
He
Did they?
was Red Skull, and then it didn't happen. And I was just like,
I didn't expect that.
I didn't expect that at all.
I expect him to show up as well in Infinity War or
Red Skull?
the next one. Yeah.
He got to come back at some point.
He got shot off into space via the
It would
Tesseract.
make sense for him to be hanging out.
Yeah, I feel like when they're like, "Hey, here's I really hope that when this happens, and they're like, here it is, this universe fucking war, it's going to be, hey, obscure dude from wherever that we haven't thought about, Abomination, like in
Remember
the
the
background of
Abomination, yeah.
something, like why the fuck
It would
not?
have been so great if he was just in the jail with Thor and Korg.
Oh, that would have been awesome. Just super mad.
I mean, all right. Yeah, so he's high, right? We're putting
I
we're
think
putting
he's-
Hydra high.
Yeah, but
Let me see it again.
I guess it's the dynamic between Bucky and between
I
Bucky
was
and
gonna
Cap.
say third. Yeah, easy third.
Easy third.
Easy 3. Yeah.
The easy 3.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Yeah, I guess we put him third, Greg. It automatically numbers it.
Oh yeah, I'm on top of this. Don't worry.
Whoa.
This is why I'm in charge of the
Cool
list,
stuff.
everybody. Yeah.
So it looks like number one.
I would say you could make a case for 2.
Loki over the Avengers?
No, he's so good.
Yeah, so
He's
was
so
Winter
good.
Soldier, and so I thought was Hydra and the reveals of Hail Hydra and Robert Redford, and of course the man who stole the show, man, you Bennett knockoff, man.
Crossbones.
I still feel like I was more entertained though
I'm
by
down.
Loki.
Yeah, me too.
I'll put him on number 3.
All right, number 3 it is. Ragu Bagu, run the account. $1,000. Please.
All right, now it's time to rank. Greg, can you bring up the rankings thus far? At number 1, we have the Avengers. At number 2, we have Iron Man. Number 3, Black Panther. Number 4, Iron Man 2. Number 5, Captain America, the First Avenger. Number 6, Iron Man 3. Number 7, The Incredible Hulk. Number 8, Thor. Number 9, Thor, The Dark World. So now, where does Captain America, the Winter Soldier, lie? I'll tell you what Nick had to say.
Oh, please tell me
We
what
can
you
have that
have
be
to
the starting point. Talking to Nick, he really, really, really enjoyed the movie.
Yeah.
A lot.
I don't like
Thinks
where this is
it
going.
stands alone extremely well.
Yeah.
And is better than Black Panther.
Okay.
And he was like, it's comparable to Black Panther, but just better in every way. is what he was saying.
Sure.
And he, however, thinks that Avengers as an ensemble movie is better. And he also says that Iron Man is better.
Okay.
I think he's very
So,
wrong about Iron Man.
I agree
being
that
better.
he's very wrong.
Like Iron Man was cool, but it's a movie of the past. You know what I mean?
He says that it's at number 3, above Black Panther,
Okay.
but below Iron Man.
Okay.
Now, I've been having a lot of trouble with this.
Sure
Me
you
too.
have. Sure you
Guys.
have.
Yeah.
I don't know if Captain America: The Winter Soldier is my number 1 or my number 2.
I
Same here.
think it is my number 1. I think I can say that with confidence. Watching this movie again, man, I love this movie. It's so well made. I want to watch it again right now. Just talking about it, I want more of it.
Having this discussion is really making me want to vote for Captain America: Winter Soldier because it is such a fantastically crafted movie from stem to stern. It's a boat reference because the beginning of the movie.
There was a boat.
The one argument, after I finished the movie and I was talking it through, I was like,
The
my
Mandalorian
vote's going to
star.
go to Avengers because I feel like Avengers is such an accomplishment for what it was trying to achieve. And it being just a comic book movie and what we look for from comic books and the fun and the hype and just the culmination and the character interactions and the choreographed action set pieces, all of that, it does so well. Whereas Winter Soldier to me, fantastic movie, but it's trying to be a good movie. And I feel like things like Dark Knight outperform it. And there are better comic book movies that are doing the serious tone. Whereas I don't think there's much things better than Avengers in terms of what they're trying to do. So that was my argument for putting Avengers, but I don't know, man.
I feel like as
I could be swayed.
rewatchability, Avengers is great, but you really don't get like the same thing out of it unless you've just watched the movies before, like that come before it, right before it. So watching Avengers recently when we did this list, it was so easy to put it as number 1. But now that time has passed, I'm so like, man, Winter Soldier's so good. And again, looking forward, it does so many little things where it starts connecting these dots that make those movies stronger and better. I don't know, man. Winter Soldier.
But also, are you just coming off the high of just watching it?
No, I don't think so. Because I remember when it first came out, I walked it out and I was like, holy shit, that might be my favorite Marvel movie so far. And then Paula was like, this is it. I'm not going to go watch any more Marvel movies with you. Broke my heart.
Why?
Now, definitely.
She really didn't like it. Too much espionage, too much
all right.
like...
Yeah.
Then she started
So
working
I'm
on
a
him,
sucker for.
fuck
Yeah,
it.
and then she had to watch all of them.
I'm
so.
definitely a sucker for the espionage stuff. I do think that I like this movie a lot more than I remember liking it back in the day. Like when I initially watched it in theater, I was like, "Oh, it's a great Marvel movie, awesome, cool." And last night I was stoked, like holy shit, man. And I haven't really felt that way since I believe. Well, obviously Ragnarok, we felt great, but like after I got out of Civil War, I was like, "Fuck, man,
Yeah.
this is so cool that we're getting to witness this stuff." I think that I like this movie better than the Avengers.
Now, Greg Miller,
Hey, how are you?
I want to just bring something up casually,
sure, go ahead.
casually with you. I wasn't on the Game Over Greggy Show episode where you guys ranked the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh, you mean the episode that was the definitive ranking of the MCU?
That's what some people called it.
Sure.
Some other people would call it the reason we're doing this show. You ranked Captain America: The Winter Soldier as the 11th movie.
Sure.
The 11th movie.
Right.
The 11th.
Keep in mind, it was the entire run of MCU movies.
That's
Things
in my
could
mind.
easily change here.
That is
Absolutely
definitely
not.
in my mind.
Things could definitely change here. There's a lot-
This is a top 5 movie for sure.
What
Like,
are
I
your
mean,
thoughts now?
well, I mean, I'm upset we haven't done the hand raising thing.
That's the final thing we do.
All right.
We're
well,
talking about our arguments.
I
to
know, but
sway
like
each other.
usually we don't get into the numbering. I think at this point because usually we're down there lower, like right? Because like obviously is it better than Thor: The Dark World? Yeah. Is it better than Thor?
Shut the fuck up.
Fucking hate you. I hate you so
Kidding
much.
around. I tweeted about this last night in
Yeah.
a vague way that scared Tim, of course, which was a public apology.
I fucking love that too.
Which was a public. I'll read it to you. How about that, Tim? Is that what you want to hear?
It's a really
you want to
good
hear me
tweet. Gotta
read it?
be.
Yeah, it
I
was.
would
You
love
know,
it.
I was worried because I didn't remember where he ranked it initially, and I was like, Greg is gonna come in here and say that this wasn't a good movie. I'm gonna fucking quit this company.
Wait, how? Like reading the tweet, like I thought it was clear what it's about.
No, because I for some reason I just assumed that he ranked it really high last time, and this time, because why wouldn't you rank it really high the initial time?
Well, we'll talk about that in a second. Last night I tweeted the following 3 tweets. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming to this late night press
We don't need the
conference.
third one.
Deep breath. I'm halfway through Captain America Winter Soldier, and I need to apologize. For years, I've debated Marvel movies based on memories, and it's now clear I don't know a goddamn thing. Hopefully, my performance every Tuesday in MCU in review makes up for my past sins, but I know I've said things I can't take back. I apologize to you, the viewer, my wife, Jen, and Portillo for failing you in past arguments. I hope I can earn back your trust. Batman v Superman is still a good movie.
No.
That's neither here nor there.
You can cut that part out.
Batman and Superman neither here nor there because we're not doing that,
That's
of
what
course.
threw me off.
I hear you. Well, that's just me being me. 'Cause
Yeah.
Of course, you know.
And I will say,
if I would have left
your
it.
performance in future MCUs, including this one, knock it out of the park.
Wait, future or current?
This, well, future compared to the last
Oh,
night.
okay,
So
yeah.
this has been a great one. Thanks.
Here's
to you.
the problem. I honestly, here's what I was left thinking last night, is that, and I know this isn't going to go well because now people use this to attack us as they often do. It would have been interesting to do Black Panther later.
Yep.
Because this, I feel, Winter Soldier suffers from the same thing Black Panther did for me, where literally the pre-reviews came out and they were like, holy fucking shit, this is the best Marvel movie of all time. And I was like, fuck, I loved Avengers. I can't believe it's gonna be better than Avengers. And I went in there and left there and I was like, that was not better than Avengers. I did not enjoy that more than Avengers. So it became the thing, as arguments all do, right? In the heat of the moment, when you're in the shit of a review, it becomes, well, I liked it more, thus this thing, that thing, 7.5, 7.6, blah, blah, blah. And then when you look back on something, it's either I liked it or I didn't like it. And you lose that nuanced argument, right? And so in retrospect, or I guess getting distance from it, my argument became, I left that movie disappointed and I didn't enjoy as much as I should have because of X, Y, and Z. And when we had like Chris Anka on, right? Comic book artist who came on and it was like, I love Captain America and I don't understand why you don't. And I'm like, well, we're going to do the show. I'll talk about it later, blah, blah, blah. Like watching that movie and like, yeah, I paused it halfway through because I had to go to the bathroom and I wrote those tweets and it was like, I'm really fucking enjoying this movie. This movie's really great. Captain America is like, I think they never beat me over the head with the depth of Captain America, but like, again, with the hindsight of watching them all again and then also knowing what comes next, it's like, oh no, there is a lot of character growth here and there is a lot of development. And like the same thing, I think I remember leaving Winter Soldier and being like, Falcon's armor his wings look dumb and I still think his wings don't look cool, personally. Like I don't think it's a cool design he has, but I fucking love Sam Wilson. Now I think, especially knowing Civil War Sam Wilson, right?
Yep.
And like also knowing just even when he fights Ant-Man, like, you know what I mean? Like looking back on this, you're like, with that information, like,
Well,
oh,
great.
yeah.
We don't know who Ant-Man is yet.
I'm
We haven't
sorry.
been
Yeah,
there.
yeah. No, the movie's great. The movie's fucking awesome. And yeah, I think it easily gets to number 2. And I do think there's a case for number 1.
And that's,
Right.
that's the thing,
All
man.
right,
We're
boys.
fucking into this shit.
And that's where I get, like, to what you're talking about, I think this is where it's always so weird of ranking the MCU movies, right? I do think Avengers has that unfair advantage of having everyone there. It was this huge moment.
It's
blah,
the
blah, blah, blah,
spectacle
right?
of it all. Yeah.
But it also is the thing that I think last night I enjoyed Winter Soldier more. Is that because I've seen it less than I've seen Avengers? Maybe. When we watched Avengers, I do remember thinking, man, this movie's long. This is feeling long in the tooth here.
There were a lot of lulls in Avengers, like in the middle parts or whatever.
Yeah.
And I do remember the most recent time we watched Avengers, when we ranked it number 1, as much as I loved the movie, I didn't like it as much as I remembered I did. And this movie was the complete opposite for me.
Yeah, but then it, like, is it then the opposite effect of when I went, I came in expecting not less, but not, not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
For me, watching Avengers again the second time, or whatever, the most recent time, it blew my mind because I was like, I enjoy this more than I ever have, and
Yeah.
I was like, I think that the writing is so good in it, and it's so, Joss Whedon, like he killed it, and it's like that's what comic books are, and I feel like in some ways this is what comic books can be.
Yeah.
So it gets really hard, but hey, I'm down for it to be number 1 or 2. It's kind of similar to when we get to the bottom.
The simplest way for me to
scale,
put
we're
it,
like,
I think, is
whatever.
this: that I think pound for pound, Winter Soldier is a better movie than Avengers. I don't know in terms of if we're ranking in the MCU what that means, but I do
first
think
ranking,
I think it was so
it's
well
the villain,
paced. It
the
was-
action,
yeah.
the comedy, how well it stands alone, and how well it builds the universe. And in a lot of those cases, like
I think it excels in all those.
Yeah.
I give it to Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Like, so we don't need to do the whole thing all the way up. I guess for Nick's sake, is it better than Iron Man? If you think so, raise your hand.
Bam.
All 4 of us raised
Yeah.
our hand.
Yes.
Thank
Is
you
it
for
better
doing that.
than Avengers?
Yeah.
There it is.
I mean, I think it's a
Wow.
better movie than
Wow.
Avengers.
Wow.
Yeah. Avengers is a great movie.
An upset. an upset.
I don't think it's
I
an
didn't think
upset. It's
Avengers was
just
gonna move.
I didn't know how long it would take
Yeah.
because the Phase 1 movies are made with a totally different formula, and the later movies, Phase 3, man, that formula is refined and perfect. And
Yeah, they
watching
get there, man.
even this Phase 2, like the latter half of Phase 2, oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it's funny looking ahead at the rest of the movies we have because the only one that has any kind of tainted about it is
Age of
Avengers 2.
Ultron.
Yeah.
The rest of them,
Yeah.
at bare minimum, people are like, they're good. Because, looking back, some of those we have, Iron Man 2 and 3, we all remember differently. Captain America, the Thor movies, Incredible Hulk, like all of those are movies that were kind of like.
This list is going to look so unfair because the top 10 are going to be really good.
But that's the thing, the movies are made different, and I think that's why. Like, I think movies going forward will just slot higher because we like them.
Yeah.
We've hit our worst.
They figured out, yeah.
But it's also just going to look like, this movie is 13th, but it's like, no, it could have been 7th or 6th. Like, who knows?
It's cool that we have it week by week to see how
Yeah.
it will change.
Move,
We're
yeah.
like, and nobody can take away that at one time Avengers was the champion. You know
For
what
a
I mean?
long time.
Iron Man was the champion.
I can't wait for I can't wait to see what the Russo brothers do with Avengers 3 and 4. And then hopefully take on Thor Dark Elf 2 is what I'm really hoping for.
The darkest elf.
Yeah, darker elves.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the MCU in review. Please, every
Wait.
Tuesday, 9 a.m., join us.
What did Nick have?
He
What
put
did
it
Nick
as
have?
the third
He
slot.
put it after Iron Man.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
You got
Sorry.
uploaded. Every Tuesday, 9 a.m., youtube.com/kindoffunny or podcast services around the globe. When you look up Kind of Funny reviews. Until next time, Andy.
Have a marvelous day.